Regardless of which approach you choose to manage the grazing in your native grass pasture, perhaps even a variant on one of the techniques we've shown you, the key in all cases is maintaining that vigorous canopy that we've been talking about. And a good way to keep track of that, based on our research and our experience, these are really good targets to shoot for in a rotational grazing system, is about 13 or 15 inches on the low end up to about 30 or 32 inches on the high end, depending on which species you're grazing. So to kind of help you remember that in a real easy way, is that if we keep that forage between the top of our boot and our hip in that range, you will always be in good shape. Now, one thing I do want to point out is sometimes I see recommendations that suggest that we can graze these native grasses shorter than what you're seeing here. Biologically, you can get away with that, but those recommendations, as near as I can figure it anyway, are typically coming out of drier environments, more out in the Great Plains and the Southwest, where we have less problem with weeds. Where we have our high rainfall environment, if we take these much shorter than that, we're going to open the door for a lot of weeds to come in, things that very often are perennials, and perennials that very often we can't readily control. So we create a problem that doesn't go away in a hurry and may create some big issues for us down the road. So again, based on our experience, that's a real good place to be in terms of grazing in a rotational setting in the eastern U.S. If you're using continuous grazing, our targets shift a little bit and we're erring on a little bit taller on that short end. And that's important because in a continuous system, we don't have that built-in rest cycle like we do in a rotational system. So we're going to have to leave a little bit more foliage out there on these plants.